Hey guys, I'm Tim.
I'm Bob.
I'm Spencer.
I'm Dan.
This is Board Game Rundown. Today we are going to review the Shipwreck Arcana.
You got
from
there.
Is Arcana or
Marimorph?
Marimorph Games.
I'm not 100% sure how to say it, but
Arcana,
that sounds right.
Arcana, 2 to 5 players, 20 minutes. That is very accurate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
super
2 to 5
accurate.
players is way accurate. You can play it with that.
That's actually, yes.
Yeah.
But the time limit also very
Also
accurate.
accurate.
Yes.
That's right.
It's
It's a
important.
cooperative deduction game.
Which
Yes.
is
Not a whole lot
so
of those.
cool.
Yeah.
that's
It is cool.
that made me interested when I heard that. I was like, oh, cool. There's not a lot of those. At least, like, there's not a lot, and then there's not a lot of good ones within that.
Yeah.
Sure.
So I was excited to try this out.
Okay, so Bobby,
Yeah.
walk us through.
So basically, the way it's going to work is when it's my turn to be the active player, I'm going to reach into this bag here. I'm going to pull out 2 fates and keep them secret. Now, these fates, secret. There's 3 of each number, 1 through 7 in this bag. And by looking at the 2 tiles that I draw and the clues that are available, I'm going to keep one of those secret and use the other one to give a clue. And so depending on what I put it on, what I could have put it on, what I can't put it on.
And what are your clues trying to lead people towards?
And to try to guess the one that I keep face down.
Gotcha.
Right, so if I have this one secret here, I'm gonna go look here. Should have one of your fates is.
Yeah, sorry. I could read them to you.
Yep. So like I could place this guy right here. So then they would know that my 5 is higher than the tile I have in my hand.
So that would reason then that it's either a 1, 2, 3, or 4.
Correct.
Right, which means that's
can
why
flip
these are in
those
front of him. He
over.
can flip those to
Exactly.
help us remember, because if we can't guess his number this round, which right now there's only a 25% chance, we could not guess and it could go a whole round around. We
Correct.
all do the same thing. And then when it gets back to him, he'll draw back up to 2, and then he hopefully can play the new tile so that we're still trying to guess that one, but he might not be able to with the clues that are out here.
So your number could change.
Correct.
So whenever you get a guess right, you get a little positive point here. This rotates around the thing, and whenever negative points
wrong,
happen, which is from wrong guesses and fates fading or cards fading and stuff like that, you'll get negative points. Whichever one reaches 7 first is win or loss condition. And then also to pick a difficulty in this game, it's literally just how far up do you start the negative points. So that's it. We actually just played a game and we nailed it. Perfect game.
Perfect game.
Yeah, perfect.
I mean, it played in like 20 minutes and we got a perfect game. We had a
did
great
really well.
card selection.
Yep. One of the other cool mechanics is that all these cards have these different moon phases on them, and then depending on what tile you play on here has pips on there. So once your pips equal or exceed the moon phases, that means that card will fade. So it's going to flip over. It's going to give us a one-time ability. It's going to get replaced. Then when it fades, if you correctly have guessed, then there's no penalty. But if it fades and there was no guess, then you're going to get the bad points.
Right, so if you put, like, if I put this 5 here, I know I'm making this card fade, so I better be confident that they can guess correctly, because otherwise, by doing this, I'm just giving us negative
Sure.
points.
Yep.
Right.
That's the basis of the game. It's
Yeah,
pretty-
these do repeat.
They
There's
do.
like 2 of each or something like that.
Correct, yeah.
And if you guess incorrectly, you actually get more negative points.
Yeah, so it's either
Not-
-2 or -3.
I guess I should point out the front of the cards are all different.
But yes.
But the back, the one-time ability, there seems to be 2 of each or 3
Okay.
of each. There's
Correct.
multiples.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different ones, but there are dupes.
Right, but
duplicates.
that is the whole game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Like we've said multiple times now, it plays very fast, playing together, cooperative deduction game, and it's just, can you figure it out? It's a game that when you start playing is insanely simple. You take your first turn, you're like, that was it? Like almost, like it's so fast. And then you get like halfway through the game, and everyone's face is now all of a sudden, and it's like so fun to watch the descent into like logic.
And what's
I call that
endgame?
ascent.
Endgame is
7 points.
7
so 7
points.
correct
So
predictions.
guessing 7.
Right, either 7 correct guesses or 7 negative points, which you can get 1, but you can also get like 2 or 3
Yeah,
per
you get
turn,
anywhere
depending.
from 1 to 3,
Yeah,
depending
depending
how
on-
Sure.
poorly your turn goes.
And another interesting aspect is when it comes back to him, he'll draw another tile since he already has one.
yeah, so
And he might be forced to give up the one that he kept.
Right.
But they
Because
don't
he
know.
has to be able to place one under these tiles.
Right, and he obviously can't communicate that with us.
Yeah, he
It
Something
might
knows
be.
which
It
one.
might be obvious though, right?
Of
If, like,
course.
now the
Sure.
number is
Well,
higher than
Spencer did one earlier, and when he played his second tile, there's no way that the 2 tiles he could have played that would have like made the first tile he played correct. So
Right.
he knew he had
It
the
would have
same tile.
negated
Yeah.
the first clue,
Correct.
therefore negating the logic.
And then when they guess, your tile goes away, right? And
Yep,
then you
and once
just
they
draw,
guess it, all
and then
the-
you're
all the
back to
tiles go
drawing
away.
2.
Yep.
Right, but
on
they
your
do
turn.
stay out here and pile up until the
Right, because they
Until
could
the card
fading
because they could
stuff
fade the
happens.
cards.
Yep. I love the tarot size cards.
Oh man, we have a
nice
weakness for tarot
We
cards.
do.
They're
Yeah.
so
And
nice.
I love a beautifully sleeved.
Well, and these ones actually are tarot cards too. Like they actually look
Yeah.
like tarot cards,
They
and
do.
they're
The
like
art's nice. I like
Leviathan,
the
the
art.
Prophet, and stuff like that. Oh, I guess really quick, if you can ever not put a fate on one of these 4 cards, if you can, you have to. But if you can ever not, then you put it here on this one, and this tells everyone, hey, I can't, and then it slides over to this one, which matters for the moon cycle
So
stuff.
it just clogs up a card, right?
Right.
So that you
Yeah.
can do
But you
that.
have
But
a-
it does give you a lot of
It
information.
gives you
gives
quite
you
a bit.
quite a bit.
Instead of giving you 1 card's worth of information, it gives you 4 cards
Yeah,
worth of
you
information.
know it's not this. You know it's not that.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's it.
Yes.
Yeah, no. So like components wise, real quick, we've already talked
Sure.
about tarot
Wooden
size
tiles,
cards.
super
Yeah,
nice.
absolutely.
Tarot size cards, really nice. Wooden tiles comes with a nice bag. I know you
bag.
sleeved yours. I don't
it
blame
actually
you because
comes.
you get played a
Did
lot.
it come with this too?
No, that was
Okay,
mine.
so it didn't come with that one.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, components wise, it's light, but it doesn't need a lot, and the components you get are really good.
Yeah, and like
Right.
the price points.
Yeah, very good.
Super nice.
If you
Arrived
can't find
quick.
it in your FLGS, you can just order it from their website.
Yep.
Correct.
Yes, they
Correct.
order through their website. Cheap, fast delivery, like we said. I'm sure that your FLGS will order it though.
Yep.
Okay, so we're gonna rate this game for Board Game
Yeah.
Rundown from
Yeah.
1 to 10 individually, so that you can kind of match it with our personalities. If you tend to like games that Bob likes, not Bob, of course, but
Nobody likes Bob.
then his number might matter more to you. But then we're gonna average them all together and give you one score at the end of the video for
Right.
places like Board Game Geek, Discord, Facebook, anywhere where someone says, "Hey, what did Board Game Rundown rate this game?" It would be confusing to have 4 different numbers. But who do you want to start with, Tim?
Spencer.
All right. Real quick, since this is a 2 to 5 player game, I noticed it changes dramatically when you go from 2 to any number above 2.
Okay.
Because it's now no longer one person figuring it out; it's multiple people.
Mhm.
I actually think that brings it down a little for me
Okay.
because
Okay.
suddenly one person could take over.
Well, that's fine. Just
Or-
don't ever. There's
That's
games that I
true.
love that I would only play at certain player counts.
There is this type of deduction does have like I don't know if you call it like alpha gamer kind of thing, but there is true that one person could be so good at deduction, the rest of people feel like they're not playing, which actually was kind of, I joke about my first experience with Bob playing it. But I mean, I still had an amazing time, but it was clearly Bob was guessing things so accurately that I was just kind of sitting there and watching, you know?
Just keep going.
So that, you're totally right, and I didn't think about that. That is an
Yeah.
accurate depiction.
Yeah, and I mean, I love logic games. I love figuring out puzzles and logic things. So when I play, I want to be the one doing it.
Doing all
Sure.
that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Sure, a
and I'm
little
sure that you
two-player game.
could errata this a little bit, make it so that only the last player gets to guess, or things
Oh,
like that.
weird.
There gotta be ways
Ouch.
to do it.
That would be
Weird.
tough.
Yeah.
I
Anyway,
think I
so
knew sitting to your left. You're
Right.
right. you know?
Like, oh no, they never
No,
get
Tim,
it
sit over
right.
here.
Yeah. Why?
So I was trying to figure out what I was going to give this, and I'm stuck between giving it a 9 for a 2-player and an 8 for a more than 2-player. So I'm going to give it an 8.5.
Makes
So
sense.
you
Yeah.
you like the lower player count
Yeah.
the better.
2.
He said he
I
said
want
he likes it
two-player
to feel
count.
more tactical than
Right.
yeah.
But with multiple people, then you can get more information as far as more stuff out. Sometimes
Sure, which
too.
might be what he doesn't like too. Also,
Right.
the
Too
cards
much
fade
information to do it.
faster.
Yeah.
Right,
That's
with
true.
more
That's true.
people.
Yep.
So
Okay.
All right. Interesting.
Yeah.
Bobby.
I really enjoyed this game. I had a blast the first time we did it. It's an easy 8.5 for me. Like, I
Nice.
have to guess.
Because this is a game that like we played with some friends and then
Yeah.
you just went out and got, right?
Yeah, well, actually, they had gotten Dan a copy, and like we hadn't got a chance to play his.
Oh.
Yet. And I've been like wanting to play it.
Oh,
so
and you
I
did-
Went out and
oh,
no,
so
yeah,
you-
he got it for himself around Christmas. I think,
yeah,
right?
Oh,
yeah. I actually
okay.
ordered a couple of them so I could have one for myself and one to
And
give
one
away.
to give away as a gift.
Mhm.
Yeah, because it's so
It's so
reasonably
good.
priced.
Yeah, so reasonably priced. It's
reasonably
so
priced.
good. It's easy to get to the table, and yeah, I think that people will enjoy it. So that's why I
Daniel.
see that.
So I mean, I love this game to the point that it was so obvious. I love this game that people got it for me for Christmas. Our friends at Board Game Mechanics got it for me for Christmas,
that's
which was
okay.
amazing. I just so appreciative. I was not expecting. I got a box and I was like, "Am I allowed to open this? Why was it delivered to
Yeah,
me?"
yeah.
Yeah.
Jason sent me a message and was like, "Does Dan have Shipwreck Arcana?" I was like, "No, he doesn't." I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna send him one." I'm like, "Okay."
It was fantastic. And I have never had a negative experience. Like even Spencer and mine's first time playing together, not my first time, but my first time playing with Spencer, the first half of our game was really rough because our
Oh,
card
gosh.
selection out here was just bad. And like,
I loved
and then
that
the
it was
luck
so
of the tiles we were
close.
pulling, we were like, yeah, it was moving up like crazy
Yeah.
and stuff. And then the second half of the game, just we kicked into the gear and we wound up winning by like 1 or 2 points or something.
So we had it on like hard mode.
Yeah,
so
we were
if you
also
got
playing
2 guesses
down
wrong,
there.
you
You're
lose.
done.
And our first one was wrong.
Oh no!
We started here.
Yeah. So
Oh
we
my
had-
god, I
started
didn't remember
there.
doing
It
that
was
to you.
crazy.
So did you guys just play 2-player then?
Yes.
And
Yep.
you really liked it at 2-player.
Yeah, I
you
like it at
love
2-player.
clearly you love it at
Yeah.
2 players. How do you feel about 2 players versus multiple?
I feel the same. Again, yes, it suffers more from an alpha game or someone taking over the game with more players, of course, but I've never had it be a bad experience with that.
Gotcha.
I've always loved it. I love this cooperative deduction. It's so simple and yet so deep. You're really thinking on your turns and putting stuff together, and it's not just, oh, well, he put it here, so it could be this, this, this. Also, you have to go, well, why didn't he put it here? Why did he put it here instead of here? And that thought process gets really interesting. I'm not going to lie. I want to give it a 10. But I don't think it's a perfect game, and that in my head just can't reconcile that. But I'm saying 9.5 for the Shipwreck Arcana.
That might be one of your highest rated games.
I love this game, man. I pull it out all the time. Like, this is almost like a just one start of the night pull it out for me, except that it depends on the mood, right? A little bit more slower thinky versus just one's chaotic, nature.
Wild.
But yeah, I love Shipwreck Arcana, and I couldn't recommend this game more.
Right on.
Well, I guess you could 0.5.
No. I could like it more, I guess, but I can't recommend it more.
Yeah, I don't have any I do think, yes, it could suffer from,
Someone just
from Bob going,
No, should I be quiet? This, it's that.
yeah, it could, but I think in the spirit of the game, most of the time,
You can dial it back a little bit.
you can dial it, but I don't find that too much of a negative thing. I get what you're saying. I think I would like to have more information, but I'm maybe not as dialed in, Rain Man style like Bob.
Definitely a 5.
Yeah.
Definitely a 5.
Just drop all the tiles. But I mean, this is a very solid game. I love the art, the components. I really like when you can get a game that everybody freaks out about that's just in this nice little small box from a small company, and maybe more people need to know about it, right? I mean, this is an 8 easily for me. There's nothing I don't like about this game.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't own it. That's not necessarily a negative. But I mean, but now 2 people in my game group own it.
Have it, so you get a chance to play it.
Yeah. And it's not like either of you guys would go, oh, well, I don't really feel like playing it. Like,
I try my best to not play games that I rate 9.5. I just can't. It's like the Ark of the Covenant.
bold move.
Take all of our scores and you average them together. 8.6.
8.6.
Pretty good.
That is a great score.
That is one of our higher
thumbs up
games for sure.
8 thumbs up.
8.6 thumbs up.
Board game rundown.
Chop that off at the nub. So, guys, this is the Shipwreck Arcana from Mirrormorph Games.
Yes.
For the Board Game Rundown, I've been Tim.
I've been Bob.
I've been Spencer.
I'm Zan.
We'll see you next time.
Thanks for checking out the Board Game Rundown. If you like what you saw, like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Share our videos on social media and spread the word. We publish new content weekly, including reviews, unboxing, and Let's Plays. And as always, thanks for watching.